Well, hello everyone. Welcome. I don't always go live during the day, but I am going live today. So I want to go through this meal plan with you to show you why I've done what I've done this week and what's in the meal plan, but also why I've done what I've done this week so that you can decide if you want it or not. All right, so the first meal of this the first meal of this meal plan is approved cereal. Now, there's a lot of haters out there about cereal, and look, I'm not a big fan. I don't eat a lot of cereal at all. Very, very rarely. Maybe, when it's cyclical because I'm craving something sweet. Um, Cereal is not the most healthiest choice for people, especially women who are starting to feel those effects of perimenopause and the weight gain in the belly because all the hormones are shifting. Um, However, let's be realistic. We are all busy people and probably with kids in the house when there is cereal and it's easy. And sometimes you just need to, right? So we put it into our meal plans not often, but occasionally to remind us of portion sizing. It's probably the biggest reason I put approved cereal in a meal plan occasionally is to remind us of portion sizing and how much we can actually have and what serving sizes actually are because we forget, especially when we watch our teenagers, you know, pour out their bowl of Nutri-Grain and cornflakes or stack of 6 Wheat Bix. And it's like, oh my God, so much food, right? So it's just a reminder for us, don't go hounding them about their portion sizes. That's not worth it. But it's a reminder for us about how much is a good portion size. Same with the milk that goes with it, right? So we can see very quickly when we do this, when we measure it out, that we are overeating on these types of foods because they don't fill us up. So that's why approved cereal has gone in. So you will get your list of, in the recipe page, you get a list of lots of cereals to choose from and the weights to measure them at. And that will give you an approximate of the calories. Same with the milk, depending on which milk you choose. And of course, you've got 500 mils of water. Everybody should be starting their day with 500 mils of water. A nice big glass. You can add some salt, add some lemon to it if you want to help with the electrolytes. But having a big drink of water every single morning is going to kickstart your entire system for a really good day. Okay, so even if you can't drink water for the rest of the day because you're too busy, at least you've got half a litre in before the day even starts. So if that's one thing you're not doing, maybe that's something you might want to try this week. All right, meal two has been put in here because this is like a morning tea for those that, can have it. Because that approved cereal is likely to keep you hungry. All right, you might be hungry mid-morning. So we're going to throw in a large banana and 2 boiled eggs because that is going to satisfy that craving. Those 2 eggs are going to keep you full pretty quick, alongside that banana with the quick energy to keep your brain going, to keep you focused on whatever it is you need to do. And if you can, another 500 mils of water before you eat, not after you eat, before you eat, to help fill that tummy as well. Meal three is a tuna wrap. This is so freaking simple. You literally need, if you really want to go easy, 3 ingredients. You'll need wraps, you'll need the canned tuna and mayo, I specify in the recipe pages, and a packet of coleslaw if you want to. If you don't want to, cut up veggies and stuff, but you can have unlimited salads, your spinaches, your cucumbers, kale if that's your thing, lettuce, and then you can put some cherry tomatoes, some red onion, all those sorts of things in if you want to. But if you want to make this super simple, it's a can of tuna, which already comes with a bit of mayo, which you'll see in the recipe page, a whole grain wrap, and some salads. That's it. And it's so easy, and the protein content is enough to keep you feeling full. And of course, you're going to load it with as many salads as you can fit in that wrap to really, really keep it full. So, a beautiful, healthy lunch. Meal 4 in the afternoon is, for those that need to pick at something, if you're feeling a little bit peckish. So the trail mix, this is a make ahead of time meal just so you can weigh it all out. So you get all the ingredients, tip them all into a container, and then portion that out into 7 serves for the week. It is great for that drive home from work too. If you are someone who is always peckish, always hungry by the time you get home, and you start picking at things while you're cooking dinner, this one's a good one to have in the car because it's got a good combination of fats, some proteins, and a few carbs to give you the energy to get through the nighttime routine with the kids, but also some fats in there to tie you over until you have a proper meal. And of course, it comes with a serve of approved fruit. So you can throw your berries in with that. You can throw an apple, some oranges. I've seen nectarines have just started coming back onto the shelves. So having those would be with that is a great idea as well. And your dinner this week is a brand new recipe. Actually, dinner and dessert are brand new recipes for us here at Innerfit for Women. So the beef and sweet potato bowls is like a taco bowl, but with sweet potato instead of rice. You're going to have some avo. You're going to have some cottage cheese instead of sour cream. If you want to swap the cottage cheese out for sour cream, you'll need to do your calculations there. And of course, you can always load with as many salads as you like. This is actually a really, really nice meal. It's coming in at just under 400 calories, but it is loaded with protein. Absolutely loaded. You will feel full after this meal. You really will feel full. And if you kind of get halfway through the week and you find you might be a bit hungrier during the day because of that cereal, you can always swap have the beef and sweet potato bowls for lunch if you want to prep it ahead of time. You can eat cold mince if you want to, and then have the tuna wrap for dinner. Swap it around if you're finding you're really hungry at lunchtime. Some people will, some people won't. It's just how their body processes that approved cereal in the morning. And then meal 6, dessert, this is again make ahead of time, and you can make it on the Sunday and then have them ready to go for the week. It'll make 8, so there'll be one left over for, your favorite child. Peanut butter frozen yogurt bar, super, super, super simple. Just make sure, my biggest thing is just make sure that you really wrap them well and in an airtight container so they don't get that frostbite, which mine always seem to get. So it is a super simple recipe, and you'll enjoy it. If you like peanut butter, you'll enjoy it for sure. It's different. It's not going to be anything, like you buy from the shop, because it's not loaded with sugar, but it is definitely a beautiful sweet treat. You can add sugar-free chocolate chips if you want to. We haven't accounted for that in the calories, but of course you can do that if you want to as well, if you want to add a little bit of something to it. All right, my lovelies. So that is the meal plan. It comes in at around $15.51. That is your shopping list. And then, of course, you get the recipes that come with it as well. All right, if you want this one, I'm going to pop it in the link below in the comments. You can just go ahead and grab this. Of course, if you're in our community, you've already got this one. It's already been sent to you. Have an amazing week, lovelies, and let me know what recipes you want for next week. We'll try and throw some in. Bye.